Welcome to Assess, image analysis software for plant disease quantification. During this presentation, we will show you how to use Assess to easily measure plant diseases and perform many other tasks. It's as easy as choosing one of 4 threshold panels: automatic, manual, agronomist, or classic. I'll choose automatic. Open an image that contains a uniform blue or white background, green leaves, and lesions that are any color other than blue, white, or green. Press %area and Assess instantly calculates leaf and lesion and % infection. If you have an image that contains multiple leaves on a uniform background, pressing %area calculates % infection for the entire image. Pressing the Detail tab counts the number of leaves and calculates % infection for each leaf. As always, if the spreadsheet function is enabled, the data is copied directly to the spreadsheet. If you have aerial images, Assess can quantify ground cover. Open the threshold panel called Agronomist. Click on Ground Cover Automatic. Assess automatically calculates vegetation over ground. In this example, 49.77%. If the disease you wish to quantify does not lend itself to automatic processing, as in this example of powdery mildew, you can always revert to the Manual panel. Click on Show Manual Panel. Change from Lab to HSI color space. Threshold the leaf with the hue. Often when you have a blue background or a colored background, you use hue to threshold the leaf. We'll threshold the lesions, in this case, with saturation, because the lesion is white. Click on %area. Even if my leaf is on a white background, I can still use the Manual panel to threshold the leaf. I have an HSI color space. I'm going to use saturation to threshold the leaf. Use saturation because the background is white, it's colorless. Now also select Leaf as area of interest. When I threshold the lesion, I'm going to use hue. And by selecting the leaf as the area of interest, I ensure that I don't select any of the background as part of my thresholding. Click percent area. Assess's detail option can still be used with manual thresholding. I have this image with multiple leaves, HSI color space, threshold my leaves with the hue, threshold the lesions with hue, click percent area, and click detail. assess2 can automatically threshold many leaf lesion combinations. But when all else fails, Assess still offers the opportunity to manually threshold. I'll show the manual panel and activate an option called All Manual Thresholding. All Manual Thresholding allows the user to manually select and individually threshold each and every lesion. Change to the HSI color space. Threshold the leaf. Select freehand curve. Manually select a particular lesion or group of lesions. Individually threshold each area. Calculate percent area for all the lesions. If Assess can distinguish an object from its background, it can usually count it. In this example of coriander seed on a white background, I'm going to use the manual panel, the HSI color space, and because of the white background, I'm going to use saturation. Threshold the objects. Press an option called Automatic Separation of Objects. This separates objects that are touching. And simply press Count. The objects are counted, and if the spreadsheet is activated, the object data is placed into the spreadsheet. In this example, I've chosen to add other features, including length and width of object, which is 2 among many features available in this option. Assess can acquire images directly through the Twain interface. When scanning with Assess, there's no need to calibrate because Assess already knows the size of the image. The image is brought into a new bitmap, can be saved or edited as you see fit. Images that are not scanned by Assess may need to be calibrated. If you know the size of the image, you can press the Calibrate button and enter it in Scanner Calibration. Otherwise, you may have to open an image with a known area. Mark the known area click on Calibrate, and click the tab Video and Digital Cameras. In this example, I've marked 3 by 2 centimeters. Once Assess has been calibrated, you can use it as a simple and easy leaf area meter. Threshold the leaf, and press Area, 12.8 centimeters. Assess can also calculate root length. We can use the manual panel, HSI and saturation. Mark the freeform area of interest. Threshold with saturation. And click root length. Root area 1.49 centimeters, length 26.17. Once Assess is calibrated, the tools can easily measure distance or area. Open the digital ruler. Trace a line. Or an area. Freehand drawing. Or freehand closed curve. Clicking on the spreadsheet icon copies the information into the spreadsheet.